So today we're going to be changing the blow-off valve on the Evo. It has a Tomei reinforced blow-off valve, however you can't adjust the sound. It sounds cool, but I want to try to see if I can get something that can make some flutter. Just because I personally like the flutter. So what we're putting on today is the Blitz Super Sound Blow Response Return Type blow-off valve. And the cool thing about it is it has an adjustment screw on the top that tightens the spring inside, which you can change. You can tighten that or loosen it to change the sound. And I'm hoping that I might be able to get it to get some blow off or some flutter. So we're gonna dive down in. We're gonna check, see what's in the box, how it's packaged, and everything like that. And then we're going to see what pertains to our application, and then we'll put it on the car. We'll put it together in here. That way we're reducing the chance of any wind. And then we'll go out to the car and put it onto the car. Once we get out to the car, it's a pretty simple process. All right, so let's dive in. All right, so here's the box. Let's open it up and see what we got going on in here. Got some manuals, and like I said, goes for Evo 1 through 9. Evo wagon's pretty cool. You got a hose for your vacuum line. However, I've got silicone lines, so I won't be using this. I'll keep this for future use. All right, and then everything else is packaged in pretty much one little area. All right, we got this. Let's see how good our snap is. I got us about halfway there. See if we can get it to where all the parts that we're using are open so that you guys don't have to see me opening a bunch of it. Then we'll talk about the extra spare parts that we'll have left over afterwards. Got everything that we're going to be using open. This we're not, but I'll talk about that here in a second. For the Evo, we're going to be using this as a return type. So what we're going to do is when we're assembling this, we're going to take the Venturi tube off and put on this tube so that we can recirculate the air back into the system. There is a mounting bracket on here. However, interestingly, they only put one bolt to secure it to. And I'm not exactly sure where it hooks up to on here. I think probably one of the two screws on the side. However, if we have a spot in the car to use it, then we'll use it. If not, since we're using both ends of it, I don't think it needs to be secured because it'll be connected to a rubber hose on both ends. It does give you one worm gear clamp. I would assume for if you were planning on like bolting this down, then you wouldn't need it. You could also use it to secure off this if you wanted to do vent to atmosphere instead of return type. And then two screws to connect the this piece to this. Then make sure you put your gasket on there. We'll be doing that as well. And the O-ring came with this section, so I'm going to put it in by the thread area to make sure that it actually makes a seal and we don't have a boost leak right there. When we get this assembled, it's got two more worm gear clamps for your hose. If you were using this style of hose, we'll see if I can use these on the silicone hose that I already have in the car, because that is just held on by zip ties currently because it's using vacuum. So let's go over the tools you'll need for the install. So for the Venturi portion, of course you don't need anything because you can just loosen it by hand, but we will be putting the O-ring inside of here when we build it. For the top of the blow-off valve itself, you've got a nut here which you can access with a 10mm wrench, and then a 3mm Allen for the adjustment screw for the spring. We'll get to that. That'll be some trial and error based off of user preference. Then we need to have a 5mm Allen wrench to secure the bottom portion to the top portion of the blow-off valve. Make sure you don't forget your gasket. For the optional mounting piece, it is a 10mm. For the hose clamps that are holding on the Tomei that I have on the car, they are also 10mm screw. You can also use Phillips or flathead depending on the head, but I like to use the sockets if I can. The one they provide you is an 8mm socket head. And then for the vent hose, for the vacuum line hose, is they are 6mm for the worm gear clamps. And of course you'll need a ratchet. I like my little stubby because I can't put too much torque on it. Alright, so let's build this, and I'll show you what I did, and then we'll go put it on the car. Alright, so before we go out to the car, I just wanted to point out something as I was putting it together. So I just tightened this down with the 5mm Allen. For this one, the O-ring, it goes against this back side, like the Venturi side had. It wants to stay really close to the threads for a little while until you actually work it well into the channel, so just be patient on that one. You don't want to accidentally pinch it and rip it, and then you'll have no actual seal there. So I just wanted to point that out before I put it back on. And then just tighten her down by hand, because it's pretty much all you have as an option. And then this will be good to go ahead and put on the car. I'm hoping that my current length of hose will work for this. I might have to cut some new silicone hose for the vacuum line. Alright, so let me gather my tools back up, and then the only other tool I'm going to need is a pair of side cutters to cut off my zip ties on the vacuum hose that's currently on the car. So let's go out to the car and put this on. Alright, before we start off, jets do fly over, so I apologize if that happens. Pick up the clip or redo it as soon as I hear one going over. So these are what I was talking about as far as side cutters. You need to cut off the zip ties that are on the vacuum hose for the vacuum. And then the other thing I added was a small extension for my ratchet, just to be able to get in here. When you're in this area, I got to get to the top bolt. You're right next to a fuse box that's connected to the battery, so watch out for that. This is assuming you have a HKS racing intake, which is what is on the Evo currently. Alright, so then you just get in here, loosen up this one. And I'm just loosening the top because the bottom will stay in place. I don't need to bother with that. Then you'll loosen this piece up here, which is also a 10mm on my setup. Watch out, don't connect your metal to metal for the battery, because otherwise you'll be in for a shocking experience. Right, once you get that loose enough, then you just move it off to the side, and then you'll move this one down so that you'll be able to get in there. Or you can just loosen it enough to where you can just get the vacuum or the blow-off valve out. Let me cut these zip ties, and then we'll be able to remove it. Make sure you don't cut your hose. There's 1, 2, and I had a third one just because it was a long area. And you'll be replacing that with your worm gear clamps, hopefully. If not, then I'll be putting on new zip ties. Alright, now that everything's loose, I'm going to go ahead and take off the Tomei blow-off valve, starting with the vacuum hose. It is real tight. And then pop this off the intake. And then pop this off from over here. Now, basically what I'm going to do is, you can see down in the hole is where the actual nut or plunger style for it would be. So what we're going to do is we're going to match this style where it was down and whatnot. So we're going to match the inner pieces for the diaphragm. So it's going to go this way, but down into here to go into the hose. And then we'll connect the vacuum port to this, which I think I'm going to end up having to do a new section, but that's no big deal. Alright, so we'll pop this in here. We'll pop this in here. And yep, gonna have to cut myself a new section of this. So I will be right back once I cut that. Alright, got the new section cut. Let's put it on. Make sure you got enough room for your hose clamp to hook before it gets to that nipple. And then for this one, luckily the Blitz portion rotates. So then you just make sure that it's there. Make sure you put your hose clamps on. I was just doing it for test fitting purposes. And we'll do a little YouTube magic and get both the clamps tightened on it now. Alright, so we got our hose clamps tightened up on the vacuum line right here, here, and here. And then you tighten up this one. I like to hide the screw underneath of it just so that you only have a band to look at on top. It makes it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. And make sure that you tighten down the one for the hose for the intake itself. Make sure you don't go too high on it, which I might have done. Yep. So let me fix that. And then I can't really test it here because I'm in a garage and my exhaust is loud and I don't want to annoy my neighbors. Alright, so once you got everything on, then it's going to be a little bit of trial and error to mess with this nut and the spring tensioning screw that you would use the 3mm Allen on. So I'm going to test it out and hopefully we get to the desired sound when I do the actual clips for you. We're going to do a little bit of before and after. However, instead of just revving it or just doing a flyby or something like that, what I want to do is I want to pipe the engine bay sounds into my external audio recorder, and we'll also have some exhaust, and we'll do a little mini toge run to actually let you hear the sound. Hope you guys enjoy it. This is the Blitz Super Sound blow-off valve for a CP9A, and for mine it's an EVO 6. Make sure you put your tools away, that way they don't go flying, especially your 10 mil, you can't lose that. Hit that like button if you liked it, and if you have some more ideas of what I should do for the EVO, then hit me down in the comments. Alright, bye guys.